It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Green Duck Beer Company, one of my finds of 2022. What a brilliant brewery these guys are. And they were kind enough to send me this Sons of Thunder Stout. This is a 6% ABV stout. Ooh, there's something written on the side here. I think it's a collaboration. Fownes Brewery and Green Duck. I can't quite make that out. Fownes Brewery. I think it's called Fownes Brewery there. It's a 440 milliliter can. It says here in normal writing, Fownes Brewing Company. There we go. That's another beer company I hadn't heard of, and I'm about to try. And well, happy days, isn't there? Happy days. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. There's a black duck on the front of this one, with lots of what looks like maybe Greek, Aztec things going on inside the duck. Oh, what a surprise. It's raining again in January in 2023 in Wales. We've had some barnstorming days of rain. We've had like a month's worth of rain in the space of 2 days. Lashing down, absolutely lashing down for the last few days. And here it is again. Here it is again. Look at the smile on my face. Still, we get a lot. I can live with this because our summers are so blastingly hot these days, aren't they? So I can live with this little bit of downtime from the heat. We got a 3-finger tan coloured head on this one. It's jet black beer in the glass. Definitely jet black beer. Look at that. Now, I had their export stout from Green Duck and it was absolutely fantastic. Really good. And this looks just as good. Slow moving carbonation rolling up the middle of the glass. Jet black beer. Look at that. Great head retention. That head looks like it wants to stick around for a long, long time. Let's get the aroma on the beer then. Super. Wow. Cereals coming through. Cereals and roasted malt. Biscuity, bready, chocolate, coffee, caramel, digestive biscuits. Oh. A nuttiness, a pipe tobacco smoke, loads of bitterness. Oh, that smells lovely. Absolutely lovely. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. I'm going to dive into this one. Cheers, everybody. Ho ho! Wow! Did I mention it was 6% ABV? Wow! That is a proper roasty, toasty stout. Absolutely fantastic. Old school stout, love it. You can't beat it for me. I love that kind of, that longing. As I'm talking right now, I've got this longing bitterness that's just hanging around and hanging around. It's really kind of roasty and toasty. It's like I've grabbed a load of cold used charcoal from a barbecue. Not that I've ever done it. And I put it in my mouth. And it was that kind of charcoaly, can't get rid of it, charcoal all over your face type of thing. Whoa, it's really bitter. It's really bitter. If you like a old school stout, because of course we're living in a world now where there's all these blooming, I say blooming, I'm not a big fan of them, see. All these dessert stouts, oh, not a fan. Not a fan. I apologise if you guys, some of you guys out there are a fan of these dessert stouts, but a dessert stout is a stout that is really sweet with next to no bitterness. This is like old school stout. There is an element of sweetness to begin with. You get the lovely digestive biscuits at the start, the nuttiness, and then there's this longing, rolling bitterness that just stays with you for a long time. I much prefer this style of beer. The classic bitter stouts. So the hops are now coming through as well. And they're plum, fig, prune, dark fruits, Christmas dark fruits, you know, Christmas cake kind of hoppiness coming through, flavours coming through. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It's got a really lovely crisp but creamy, rich mouthfeel to it. Oh, it's fantastic. The alcohol's very well hidden. The alcohol's very well hidden behind that, the roastedness in the beer. So they've used a bit like a coffee bean. If you have a look at a coffee bean not roasted, it's green. So a naked coffee bean is green without being roasted. Malts are generally straw coloured, and then they roast them. So when they roast them, it's a bit like a coffee bean. If you roast a coffee bean, you get all of that kind of roasty, toasty flavour from the coffee bean. Very similar with roasted malt. If you roast that malt, you're going to get flavours. They almost kind of burn it. They almost burn the malt. Now, I've been in Poland, where I went to the old Tyski Brewery in Poland, where they had this manual machine where they were actually roasting the malts, and it was literally a fire and a conveyor belt, and they were rolling the malt, the clear malt, the crystal malt in at one end, and it was going over this like charcoal flame thing, and by the time it come up the other end, it was all roasted. And that's how they traditionally made the Tyski Baltic Porter. Now, if you've ever had the Tyski Baltic Porter, absolutely terrific beer in Poland. It's a 10% ABV Baltic Porter, but that's how they make that or that's how they used to make that roasted malt, was to offer the malt over a flame or some heat, and then you get that coffee-like flavour. You get that chocolate, that coffee, that caramel, if you like, that sweet caramel flavour. It's just wonderful. Beer's a wonderful thing. Beer will never bore me. Beer will always kind of grab me and give me a big hug, you know? I like a beer. So, Sons of Thunder from Green Duck and Fownes Brewing Company. Behold the Sons of Thunder. We've teamed up with local dark beer legends Fownes Brewing Company to bring you a beer packed with oats, roast and specialty malts, a silky smooth mouthfeel from the oats, plenty of roasty aromas and biscuit notes. Hops 1 out of 5 ducks, malt 5 out of 5 ducks. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, take a look at that. So, I'm ready to rate it. Sons of Thunder Stout, 440 milliliter can, 6% ABV. Absolutely fantastic beer, it really is. I like this beer enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.